Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nick Aldis has been doing a fantastic job regulating the chaos on SmackDown. The upcoming episode of the Blue Brand will be the penultimate episode before WrestleMania 41, and Aldis could make some major announcements. The 38-year-old could make a blockbuster match official between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest for the show's shows. The two former world champions have been involved in a heated rivalry for the past few weeks. This week on SmackDown, McIntyre and Priest will come face-to-face, and their segment may lead to a match getting added to the WrestleMania 41 card. However, there could be a massive twist in the story, something that could add more drama and excitement to it. Nick Aldis could make a bold announcement, stating that Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest will be a street fight, with the winner getting a future world title shot. A major reason it may happen is that the WWE Universe has not shown much interest in this storyline lately. But the addition of such a stipulation could raise the stakes and make it feel like a true WrestleMania-worthy clash. Priest and McIntyre are undeniably two of the biggest stars in WWE, both being former World Heavyweight Champions. Should Nick Aldis make it a #1 contender match, it could pave the way for them to get involved in the undisputed WWE title picture following Mania. Besides, a street fight serves as the perfect stipulation for both stars to put an end to their unfinished business. However, this is entirely speculation as of now. While McIntyre versus Priest happening at WrestleMania 41 seems inevitable, it remains to be seen whether this bout will get a stipulation added to it. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre's feud has reached a point where they are bloodthirsty for each other. Both superstars have been causing havoc on SmackDown for the past few weeks. To avoid any further chaos before the shows, Nick Aldis might take a proactive step this week on the Blue Brand. The SmackDown GM could lay down a strict rule, stating that if Priest or McIntyre touch each other before WrestleMania, they would not get a match. This could allow Aldis to keep things under control on SmackDown. Also, this will add more drama to their rivalry, as the Punisher and the Scottish Warrior are hell-bent on destroying each other. The last time both superstars went unhinged, Drew McIntyre faced the consequences as some shattered glass from a car's windshield got into his eye. Considering the brutality that could unfold again, there is a high possibility for Nick Aldis to come up with such a no-contact stipulation. However, this is merely speculation, and only time will tell what happens. The upcoming episode of SmackDown could see a new layer unfold in the rivalry between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. SmackDown had been building to something special all week. Fans had been buzzing about the potential blockbuster announcements that were promised. For the last few weeks, rumors had swirled that WWE was preparing something monumental for WrestleMania 41, the kind of match that would live on in the annals of history. But nobody could have expected what would happen on that fateful Friday night. As the crowd settled into their seats, the familiar riff of the SmackDown theme echoed throughout the arena. The lights dimmed as the cameras panned over the excited fans, each anticipating what was to come. The digital screens above the stage flared with energy, displaying images of past WrestleMania legends. The atmosphere was electric. Then, without warning, the arena was plunged into darkness. After a few seconds, a slow and deliberate walkout to the ring began. The figure was tall, wearing a sharp suit, and exuding a sense of authority. The fans quickly recognized him. It was none other than Nick Aldis, the NWA champion, a man who had gained widespread respect in the wrestling world for his charisma, work ethic, and dedication to the craft. But this wasn't a moment to focus on his championship reigns or his time spent in the Indies. This was something much bigger. This was about WrestleMania. Aldis stepped onto the stage, microphone in hand, and the crowd erupted into applause. He stood for a moment surveying the audience, soaking in the adoration. He smiled, his confidence unmistakable. "SmackDown," he shouted, his voice reverberating through the arena. The time has come for history to be written. WrestleMania 41 is upon us, and the card is taking shape in ways that no one expected. But tonight, I've got an announcement that will shake the foundations of this company. For weeks, you've been wondering what's next. Well, let me tell you. It's something that will have you talking for years to come. The crowd was already on edge. Every wrestling fan in the arena knew that when Nick Aldis made an announcement, it was something worth hearing. He continued, "I've been given the honor, no, the privilege of being a part of the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment, WrestleMania 41. And tonight, I'm here to announce one of the matches that will go down in history as a game-changer. A match that no one could have predicted. Are you ready for this?" Aldis paused, letting the anticipation build before finally speaking again. "In just a few moments, I'm going to reveal the match. But there's a twist. You see, this isn't just any match. This is a match that breaks the very rules of what you thought you knew about WrestleMania. This is a match that will redefine what it means to compete at the grandest stage of them all. And I'll tell you something else. It will test the very limits of the superstars involved." The crowd let out a collective gasp. The buzz in the arena was deafening, and it only increased as Aldis began to pace back and forth, setting the stage for what was to come. "Before I get into the details of this groundbreaking contest, let me ask you all one thing," Aldis said, pausing to stare directly into the cameras. "How far would you go for glory? For immortality? How far would you be willing to push yourself when it's all on the line?" It gave the crowd a moment to digest his words. The silence was palpable. At WrestleMania 41, two men will compete in a match unlike any other. A match that will be part athletic contest, part psychological battle. It will not just be about what you can do inside the ring, but about what you can withstand, what you're willing to sacrifice for victory. You'll see stars push themselves beyond their limits, testing their very hearts and minds. The tension in the arena was thick. Fans were leaning forward in their seats, desperate to know what kind of match Aldis was talking about. Was it a cage match? A ladder match? Maybe something even more extreme? "And now," Aldis said, his voice lowering, "let me give you the twist, the game changer. The rules of this match are simple, but brutal. At WrestleMania 41, two men will face off in a match with no time limits, no disqualifications, no countouts, and the only way to win is to make your opponent say the words, 'I quit.' That's right, you heard me. This match is a submission match, but with a twist. It's not just about making your opponent tap out. It's about breaking their spirit. And the two men who will face off in this historic contest, none other than Roman Reigns and Edge." The crowd's roar was deafening. Roman Reigns, the undisputed champion, versus the rated R superstar, Edge, a match that could main event any WrestleMania. But it wasn't just any match. It was a match that could push both men to their absolute limits. They had both been known for their resilience, their ability to endure and persevere, but to quit. To say those two words, that was something no one had ever dared to force them into. Aldis continued, "Both Roman Reigns and Edge are known for their ruthlessness, their desire to win at any cost. But at WrestleMania 41, they will face a test that will leave their careers forever changed. Who will be the first to break? Who will prove they have the heart, the will, and the strength to endure the most grueling contest in WWE history? And when the dust settles, we'll have our answer." He paused again, looking out into the sea of fans, allowing the magnitude of what he had just revealed to sink in. "You see," Aldis went on, "I'm not just announcing a match. I'm announcing an endgame. This match will be the culmination of everything these two men have been through. Their history, their battles, their sacrifices. All of it comes to a head at WrestleMania 41. And there will be no more running, no more excuses. One will stand tall and one will break. That's the reality of the I Quit match." The fans were in a frenzy now. The tension in the air was palpable as they absorbed the enormity of the announcement. But Aldis wasn't done. "And let me make one thing clear," he said, his voice taking on a more serious tone. "This won't just be a test of strength, but of the human condition itself. We will see who is willing to pay the ultimate price for glory, for victory, and for legacy. This is the kind of match that will haunt these men for the rest of their lives. It will leave scars, both physical and emotional." There's no turning back after this. WrestleMania 41 will mark the end of one man's journey and the beginning of the other's legend. Aldis paused, allowing the gravity of his words to resonate throughout the arena. "Now go ahead and let that sink in," he said, giving a slow nod. At WrestleMania 41, we'll witness a battle of wills. The I Quit match between Roman Reigns and Edge. This is what WrestleMania is all about. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. With that, Aldis dropped the microphone, the fans chanting in excitement, disbelief, and awe at the announcement they had just witnessed. The tension hung in the air like an electric current. Fans were already speculating about what would happen when two of WWE's most determined, hard-nosed competitors clashed in a match that could break them both in ways they had never experienced before. As the camera zoomed in on Aldis, standing tall on the stage with a smug grin, the SmackDown logo flashed across the screen. But even as the credits began to roll, fans knew that this was just the beginning of something truly special. WrestleMania 41 had officially become must-watch. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.